Great. Now that we've got you set up on colors, let's get you set up on typography. Because once you've got those two things together, and then using the basic shape tools in Figma, you'll be able to create a lot of stuff already without learning some of the other more advanced techniques. Let's jump in. When it comes to typography, don't forget that our shortcut key is T for text. When we put it in, we can say my first title, for example. And what we're going to want to do is I'll show you how to set it up if you want to create your own typography stack, and then I'll show you the shortcut. So you can skip forward if you're a shortcut type of person like me, or if you want to understand how it works, that's also like me. I'll give you a quick intro. So let's set my first title, let's call it 24 point. And if you want to create a style, you can click on the plus. And don't forget, we can set one and say heading style. And now when you want to create some more text, you can say some other text, and it will default to the most recent text heading style. What you can do if you want to set some body text is you can decouple that. So if you ever get stuck, don't forget you can always detach style. There's no problem with that. Set the size of it, and I'll set this back to regular. And now I can make another style called body. And now when I've got a few different things that I'm designing or putting together, now I've got my local styles defined for heading and for body, and I might be able to create a few more. So if you have a clear idea of the ones that you want to put in place, or you have a graphic design background, for example, or maybe you have a front-end engineering background and you've already seen this sort of thing, then that's cool. You can always set that up and customize and play with to your heart's content. If you want to fast forward and you're not so much of a visual designer, like I still am to some degree, what you can do instead is you can download something. So for example, like we did with the colors, here's a file I found on the community. So I've already copied this into my drafts, and just like before, we can publish this library, publish the styles only, and let's say base typography styles. And very straightforward, we can come back into here, click on libraries from the Figma menu in the top left in my file, and then I can enable that file library in my current working file. So if we close this and then make a copy of this, so I can Command C, right click, paste here. Now I can change these and I can see these material design typography styles. So let's say heading 2, which is massive, and we've got body 1. So when you're putting together your own designs and things that you want to put together, what you can also do is you can use this as a basis and then tweak these styles. I do suggest trying sticking to some existing system if you're not too experienced and haven't done this sort of thing before. I find it very helpful because it sets the typography scale in a nice way where it's very easy to see what's a title, what's a body, and what's a label. So for example, if I'm doing a button, I can go to the button style and set the style up in a way that you can visually recognize it and distinguish it from the other styles. So there you go. There's a quick setup into textiles, how to do it yourself, and a suggestion of something that can get you started right away. Today's cover image has been brought to you today by Essen, a talented product designer with a graphic design background. I'll add some links to her LinkedIn and her Behance below in the description.